you remember our names? Do you remember who we are?
Do you remember?
Of course, I remember you, Shoshi and Lady Linnea Longvine.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My memory is just fine. And also your label.
I know. I didn't feel like changing it since I'm only going to be here for a second and it's a long name.
It's a fun name, though. So, like...
Yeah. Well, she's very fancy. She is a high-level paladin of the High Court Elves of the Summerlands.
Wow.
And
how is it to play that type of character?
it's really fun because it's okay. It's fun in a different way from playing an off-the-wall character.
Yeah.
Because like I get to be very like, so we met some pixie dust dealers and she was very adamant about not being okay with drug dealers because drugs are bad. And then while fighting, and so yeah, she's just really not looking down her nose at things, but very much like, well, I don't approve of this. And then while we were fighting a gummy worm in the Candylands, I just completely destroyed this thing's tail. And when its tail basically got chopped off and exploded because of my awesome paladinity, a whole bunch of pixie dust got exploded into the air. And I was like, oh my God, did I inhale any of it? So I rolled to find out if I inhaled any of it, and I did. And she liked it.
Oh.
So now she's like, well, it's not illegal here, so I can do it. But if I catch any drug dealers hurting people, they're going down. But in the meantime, I'm going to do drugs because they're awesome.
Oh, amazing. That's really funny.
That's awesome. And I'm glad it didn't go in the direction I briefly saw, which is that you have a total panic attack because you're such a cop that you're not even exposed. You just go like, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me. Those things are deadly. Pixie dust will kill you. It feels like a heart attack.
There's also a fun thing you can play with where it's like, well, I, a responsible person, can do this. Other people aren't as responsible as I am.
That's right. She would totally be like that.
You can ride it to radicalization, which is, it's not the drugs, it's the systems that exploit people who are hurt.
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know if she even knows about that kind of thing yet. I don't think that goes on in the Feywilds, or at least not in the Summerlands. Actually, it probably does. It's Paulo's world. I'm sure that does happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, every world created by humans has humanity in it, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
As Marcus Aurelius said, which I've been obsessed with this week. This is a big quote from the training. I am human, and in me is everything that is human.
Ooh.
Also, Secret Show.
Secret Show. We're back.
Hey, look, there's a chicken. Can you see the chicken way in the background?
Oh, yeah.
This is the chicken.
I'm actually...
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be
But
afraid.
every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi.
And the Calendar Boys!
Always gotta have the calendar boys, and guess what? Our younger calendar boy brother is here with us for the first time. Right?
What?
Say hi to the folks. Youngest of the calendar boys.
What? What?
Well said.
That's our family motto. What?
Well,
What?
What? Hey, we're the calendar boys.
you're getting it. You're
I'm getting
now.
it.
Yeah, we're here to tell you. Oh, well, they're gone.
The
They got-
calendar boys.
Calendar
them.
boys. Here in a
Never
flash and gone just as quick.
You never
Yeah.
know when they're gonna show up, which is ironic, really. You'd think that you would know exactly when they're gonna show up and how long they're gonna be there, but
Well, they're not the stopwatch boys or the pocket watch boys. They're the calendar boys.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Plus, maybe they know when they're gonna show up.
Ah.
And they are never early, nor are they late.
They're late a lot.
A calendar boy arrives precisely when he means to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They love saying that, but like,
It's not true.
Yeah.
don't book a place that won't seat you without everyone if the calendar boys are there.
Yeah.
Killed a mosquito.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else? You know what else Tiger Balm is good for? Mosquito bites.
Hey, I just got turned on to this Korean stuff that's green that does the same thing as Tiger Balm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm getting some of that on Thursday. I got massaged by this guy who's really good at it and
Ooh.
knows his shit and turned me on to the green stuff. I'll show it off
Right.
next week.
Check out that green stuff. I did I'm doing rolfing. Do you know rolfing?
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yes.
That's the Muppet that plays the piano.
Yes, also that too.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
sounds like we know Rolfing better than you do, Shoshi.
think
I
so.
mean, I would trust that you both know many, many more things more than I know things. It's like it's sort of like really, I mean, it's a little bit hooby dooby, you know, but it's like very targeted, like deep tissue massage.
Ooh, yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah, and it's actually like I really liked it. It felt really good. But like
I like
can
the
also see it's like sort of on the edge of like pseudoscience, but it feels great. So
Take it. I like when a massage hurts me really bad because it means they're moving stuff around in ways that it has to move around.
Mhm.
yeah, she did a good like cracking thing on my hand, and I was like, oh, that
Wow.
feels great. And like like a thing at the top of my spine here where I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So and my balance feels better.
I love
I mean,
that for you.
It might be made up, but if it works.
I'm so sorry, Victoria London Fog. If you believe in homeopathy, I can leave the show now.
Wait, I have about 4 minutes before I have to leave, but
Oh.
I didn't know if maybe you guys wanted to meet some of my neighbors.
Yeah. Are
Yes.
they chickens?
More than just chickens, a whole bunch of birds of prey. Let me see if I
yes,
can.
please. Here, wait. Let's put you bigger on the screen. Yeah.
I also have to figure out how to turn the camera around because I don't remember how to do that.
Oh, the way you had it before was working.
No, I meant flip the camera.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. I figured it out.
Be with that.
Okay.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that owl.
He said who? We're talking about you. All right, so there's an owl. Here's
Owls are so crazy.
here's a hawk. She's scary.
God.
Yeah.
She's really scary and not having any of this right now. She's just like looking down. She's like, I'm not playing with you. Oh, there's the chicken.
Oh, I love chickens.
Oh, I think
is
this
it
one's
a
a hawk too. Or is
that a
this one a falcon?
Falcon?
It's a little smaller, so it might be a falcon, but it kind of looks like it has a hawk head. I'm not the best at bird knowing. And
All I know is that's an awesome dinosaur.
Yeah,
Like, you can so clearly see that they're dinosaurs.
yeah, totally dinosaur. Are you about to like puke? What are you doing? What's he doing?
Oh. You coughing up a bone ball?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That was
Oh, that was
a
amazing. I can't believe we saw that.
wow. I don't know what that. I guess. Are you going to eat it again? Oh, now I'm just going to eat it in smaller pieces.
Yeah, it's a thing that birds do. It's like the hair and bones of whatever it's been eating that they don't really digest, and then they like. There's a word for it. I can't remember what
That
it
looks
is.
like
Pellets.
straight up meat. I think that bird just swallowed it and put it in its gullet to save it for later.
Oh, maybe you're right. That looks like
Here's
pure
the
meat.
vulture came flying over because he wants to hang out.
The vulture's like, ooh, rotting meat? Mmm.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Oh, yeah. Meat jam is my jam. This is so cool. What is this place that you're at?
I'm at the Michigan Renaissance Fair, and I just happened to share a yard with the falconers.
That's so cool.
All right. This one is totally a falcon or a hawk.
Wow.
They're all falcons or hawks, except for the kookaburra and the vulture and the owls. Oh, here's another owl.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Victoria Linden Dog. Oh, owls are. Ooh, have you seen those pictures? Like how owls can could just completely change their shape and form.
Yeah. When they pull their pants up and stuff.
Yeah. Like you know stories about like monsters in the woods. I think they were just owls.
Oh, here's another shot of this owl without the sun behind us. You can see him a little better.
Look at that almost 180-degree turn. Look, we're getting all the bird things. This is amazing. Yeah, she's all floofed up. She's like,
and now we're gonna see the kookaburra, and I'm gonna see if I can get the kookaburra to make some noise.
oh, kookaburras were so much bigger than I thought they were.
I can't make the noises very well because I smoke too much.
We're getting all the bird things. This is amazing, Kitty. I can't believe this is happening.
This
Yeah.
is the best field trip the crafting show has ever been on.
Yeah,
I'm
amazing.
so happy you guys had fun. I wish that I didn't have to leave, but we could do this again next week. Oh wait. It may or may not be different birds, but
I can't believe we literally hit all the bird highlights. Like we got the
yeah, we got to watch
owl
one
coming in,
too.
we got the regurgitation, we got the owl coming in like this, we got the kookaburra. That was amazing.
Yay. I'm glad everybody got to see it.
Best neighborhood ever.
Yes. All right. Well, unfortunately, I really do have to run now, but it was great hanging with you guys for a minute.
Yeah, thanks for coming just for a little bit.
Little nature segment.
Real quick before you go, are your cats freaked out, or do they just want to go and kill all of your neighbors?
They just ignore them.
Mm.
Yeah, they just
Cats are
kind
so
of are
strong.
there.
Also,
Um,
I think I've said this before, but how amazing is it that you've got both your babies?
It's like a miracle. I can't even believe it.
It's like so amazing. Like, I'm so happy about it. I told you about my sister who had a cat that was missing for 2 years.
Wait,
And
let
came
me
back.
I can come back on the show after my appointment, I think, because it's going to be really quick. So maybe
Okay.
I'll do that and we'll talk more about birds and cats and everything.
That sounds great.
That
All right,
sounds
bye,
awesome.
guys.
Bye. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I wish Kitty was still here.
Yeah, me too. Wish those birds were still here. Wow. What a cool thing we just experienced. I was not expecting that. That was great.
What
Yeah,
what
my
a
little
wonderful,
sister
unexpected treat.
my little sister had a cat that she moved house, and her roommate, who was not a great person, left the window open, and the cat, being in a new place, jumped out the window, and like, my sister thought the cat was gone forever. 2 years later, she got a call from a vet being like, I think I have your cat, because she got them chipped. And my sister is like, what? What? Yeah. And got, oh yes, somebody found Kitty's missing cat. Isn't that incredible? Like a town over from where she got out of the car, or he got out of the car. Yeah. Amazing.
And because she'd been posting so much in that area, like every time either she or her partner was passing through, they'd stop, and like they were able to get in touch with them right away.
So it made me so happy. Like, it was like, I needed some good, the universe is okay.
Well,
Also, I want to point this out, which is so perfect. I feel like that might be the tagline of our show. Gang's all here, and it's immediately chaos.
that's pretty much what we're going for.
Yeah, we're striving for gangs and chaos.
We're striving for gangs and chaos, but we'll settle for company and disorder.
So I went to the eye doctor the other day, and I had gone to my regular eye doctor is like, whatever the cheapest possible place I can find.
Like the eyeglasses place where they just give you like where you just go to the eyeglasses store and they have someone who gives you the eye test.
Yeah, the literally the most basic, but like I don't have the best eyes, and I don't have the best eye family history. So I'm like, maybe I should go to an actual real eye doctor now that I'm getting older. And the doctor I had been to before, the place I'd been to before, was like, yeah, you're basically at the limit of what we can prescribe for you for contacts. We can't really give you a stronger level of contact. And I was like, oh, all right, well, that's a problem. I hope my eyes don't get any worse. And they kind of have. And so I haven't been going because I'm like, there's nothing they can do. But I went to an actual proper eye doctor place, and they're like, no, we can totally prescribe you stronger contacts. The only downside is my prescription is now so strong that it makes me farsighted. So if I wear the prescription in my contacts that's strong enough for distance viewing, I have to wear reading glasses to read up close, because my eyes can't focus. Which is maybe what the other doctor was saying, but just didn't say it well. But they're trying out this thing, which it sounds, and when they first told me, I was like, that's horrible. I'll never be able to tolerate that. I'll hate it. But basically my dominant eye has the proper prescription for distance. And then my other eye has a not as good prescription, but good enough, but not so strong that I can't read with it. And they're like, some people tolerate, some people don't. Check it out. And your eyes sort of adjust. So when you're looking at distance, your dominant eye kind of compensates, and your brain sort of a little bit ignores what's on this side. And then when you go up close, it like switches over. And turns out I really like it. Like, turns out it took maybe like an hour, and my eyes have almost completely adjusted. And I can see like leaves on the trees again, and like blades of grass, and like texture on brick walls. And then I also can like read. It's great, y'all. I'm super excited about it. And I was a little worried about, they said sometimes it can affect depth perception, which like I'm already a little clumsy. So I was a little worried about that. And also like I do stage combat stuff, which like depth perception, but it doesn't seem to have affected anything yet. So I'll keep working on it. Like I'll keep touching things and moving around, but seems pretty good so far. And I was also worried it might like give me a headache. No, my eyes actually feel less strained than they were before. So cheers to me and my eyes that can see now.
Cheers. I was gonna say when the doctor told you it wasn't possible to get stronger contact.
Yeah.
I was like, that's how I'm gonna break up my next relationship. Just that phrase is really there, but that would be a lie, because I've never initiated a breakup. My strongest relationships in my past have been with people who have been passive aggressively trying to get me to leave them.
I have been broken up with. I was like, have I only ever broken up? No, it's both. It's both.
No, I don't even know. I don't necessarily even know when I'm in a bad relationship. Somebody has to tell me, either the partner or somebody who's seen us together and is like, so she really hates you, Cubby. What's up with that?
Neither of you seem happy.
Whoa. Let's not get crazy. Nobody is happy. I don't think that's an option. No, I'm just kidding. It's an option for some people, but for others, it's not in the cards.
It's hard. Yeah. I'm too happy all the time, and will sometimes stay in bad situations because I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah, it's better than honestly, like by the time I was old enough to retain memories, my parents didn't care for each other at all. So
that's, like, people talk about like, ooh, divorce is so hard on the children. I was like, you know what? I know a lot of children of divorce, and they're all pretty happy their parents split up. Like, I know way more people who were like, my parents should not have been together. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
I mean, there was a time when divorce was hard on children, but that was because society was messed up about it. Because like women didn't have any independence, so if their husbands left them, they were effed. Or like, or society was like, ooh, there's something wrong with you. Your parents, like, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. I know way more people that are like, I wish my parents got divorced.
My parents eventually did the closest thing to Catholics could do, which is she moved out for like a year or two, and they were able to like talk to each other after. She ended up, well, then she got the cancer, but like divorce was never in the cards, but some time away helped them a lot.
Yeah. Like I'm pro-divorce.
See, don't underestimate how slutty he is too. He doesn't get bored with people. He just gets distracted by the next shiny thing that walks by is how I see him.
He just wish Count Moriarty wishes he, okay, I can't say this without being vulgar, wishes he had a member for everyone. That he feels there's enough of him to go around.
I mean, he does. It's just the one, but it's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
It's just really hard to keep his attention, as it were. You need to be an incredibly unique specimen on every level. Like maybe somebody who is like lived a normal life, but also lived the high caliber life of an assassin. Maybe someone yellow.
But I think to Count Moriarty, they aren't spares. They're all special and wonderful to him, right?
Every relationship to Moriarty Montalban is the primary relationship as long as you're with him.
Yeah. Oh, have you had a chance to read the
Oh yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes. I thought I'd let you know. I love it. It's perfect. And that's also like inspiring. Slash fic is
slash fic, that's the word.
Just one of my proudest. You are one of my proudest accomplishments. No, it did take me like a week to like actually remember to sit down and find it and read it. Let's just say Moriarty's flightiness definitely comes from a genuine source. I'm pretty easily distractible. But I absolutely adore it. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Victoria London Fogg.
Amazing. I mean, look, a lot of really important movies have been started with slash fiction. So like maybe someday there will be a Count Moriarty Montalban Twilight movie.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
Besides, if it weren't for dirty literature, you know what we wouldn't have? America.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Cubby, go on and explain, because this is one of my favorite facts that nobody talks about. They talk about it, but they don't tell the whole story.
Well, so here's the thing. We all know that America is not named after Columbus.
Right.
Although sometimes the Americas are also called Columbia. Even though there's a Columbia, that was also a very popular like 19th century term for the hemisphere.
Oh, thank God though.
Yeah, because he did suck a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
No, and you might know that it's named after Amerigo Vespucci.
But who was this Amerigo Vespucci?
Yes. Oh, well, then I will send my thanks to Mab. If you have heard anything about Amerigo Vespucci, you've heard map maker, and then the subject is dropped immediately.
Right. Then they never say anything more. When you look it up in history books, it's like one little paragraph. They're like, I was named after this guy and he made some maps, and that's why America's named after him. No more explanation. Seems a little suspicious, right?
No, Amerigo Vespucci was not a map maker. He was a writer, and he wrote a series of adventures in the American continents.
Uh-huh. Were these factual adventures?
No, they were not. He never went there, you see.
Oh.
But they were very sensual adventures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the kind of adventures in the New World where, you know, you're walking around and, oh my goodness, there's an attractive native there. Oh,
no.
and you're both naked.
Oh no. Because all your clothes fell off.
All
But
of your clothes.
It's too late. You've seen everything.
It's too late. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. So at one point, some French map makers were working on, you know, a huge new collection, and they were integrating a lot of new information that had come from explorers in the new continent. And there was not yet consensus as to what to call the New World. So they decided that the only fitting name would be to name it after the greatest and most thorough explorer of the continent, Amerigo Vespucci.
Like he claimed,
And the name stuck.
Yeah, like he claimed to have gone on 2 voyages, but like probably he didn't.
Yeah. We were named after an erotic fiction writer who wrote about this world. And there's honestly there's no figure in history that would be more fitting.
If you look up the Wikipedia page on it, they try really hard. Someone needs to go through and fix up the Wikipedia page, because it like they try really hard to make him seem legit, but then they're like, here's a picture of a depiction of Vespucci's first encounter with Native Americans, and everyone's naked. Which, like, that's not true. So something's wrong with that.
I mean, in the Amerigo Vespucci version, there is a lot of truth, because everyone was just sexy and hanging out. Like, if Moriarty Montalban had discovered America,
Oh, God.
he would have been Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love his posthumous portrait on the Wikipedia page.
Oh?
It's just,
Oh, yes.
he's so stern looking.
Yeah. He looks a little bit like Chef Boyardee, who we just found out the proper pronunciation of is Boyardee.
So if you've ever had a very frustrating conversation where you kept having to stop to explain whether you were referring to the company that manufactures the Kent pastas or the man who inspired it, now you have a handy shorthand.
That's right. If you're talking about the can, it's Boyardee. If you're talking about the man, it's Boyardee.
Do we need to write a song about that?
Ooh, Pyropods might need to write a song about Chef Boyardee and Chef Boyardee.
I ended up listening to a bunch of They Might Be Giants in my recent car travels. So like,
ooh, good car music.
I gotta say it definitely primes the pump to want to write a song taking a very minor figure in history and just talking about them.
I mean, I maybe I should write a song about Tadeusz Kościuszko.
You should definitely write a Shoshi song about Thaddeus Kościuszko.
Yeah. Yeah. I do feel inspired to write songs about minor historical people.
And then when you release your CD, they'll carry it in the Kosciuszko gift shop.
That would be an honor. What an honor. All right, I got to think about that.
Hi,
Hello.
CD.
Good to see you. The gang's
Oh,
all
it's so good to see all the regulars again. It's been too long, friends.
Yeah, we missed you, Cubby. I tried, but it's not the same. It's not the crafting show without you. Like, it really, you know what I mean? Like, it's a team. Yes.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. I only recently found out. So Spiro Agnew had to take the fall and resign for a public thing. It wasn't about anything involving Nixon. Spiro Agnew was his own little totally corrupt evil dude. He was really bad at it. Like, Nixon wasn't great at it, but he had better people trying to keep it under the rug. No, Agnew was just had his own corruption scandal.
That's what like people like to think that people who do evil things are like smart and genius, and like when you see someone get in power and they're clearly an idiot, you're like, well, what harm can they do? They're an idiot. At least they're not smart. I'm like, no. All the most evil, they're all idiots. Like yeah. Hitler was an idiot. He was so dumb, and so were all the other people who worked for him. The trains did not run on time. Everything was a mess.
The trains have never run on time in fascism. They just lie and say the trains came on time.
Yeah, like they're all dummy dum-dums. But
it is wacky or bovious.
I don't know what you meant to say, but bovious is now a word. That means something like, but it's like
yeah, but bovious is
it's like when something is so obvious it's ridiculous, I guess would be like bovious.
To go with the bovine root, that's clearly key to this. It's like being pickpocketed by a cow.
Love it. Love it. Everyone, we've invented a new word. Start using bovious in your everyday conversation. We're going to make bovious a thing.
With all the subtlety of a cow committing a crime.
That's right.
Because I love cows. I mean, who doesn't love cows? They're beautiful, they're friendly, they're fun.
They're sweet, they like music.
But if cows are going to commit a crime, they're just going to come in and do the crime and leave. They're just, they're very bovious about it.
Mm-hmm. Like a cow in a bank.
Like a shoplifting cow.
Like a shoplifting.
I'll take this! Are you going to pay for it? No, it's mine already! Goodbye!
Better get a move on.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll tell you what, cows, not much for crime, but they are great with an exit line.
Oh, yeah. They love a pun.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Yeah, cows love a pun. So we had a question back here that I want you to answer. Tell us about Clown Camp, Cubby!
Well, my very serious clown intensive. It was wonderful and horrible. I'm not built for that level of work. It was hard keeping up, and it was hard keeping energy up.
How long were the days?
I mean, they were like less than 8 hours and with breaks, and it was still too much.
No,
My problem is when I start getting into the play state, I can't hold back. So if I have like a really good exercise in the morning, I've used up most of my energy for the day.
like anything like 4 to 8 hours, that's like a huge amount. Like even if they were only 4 hours a day, that would be like.
And it's
for
a
3
Lecoq
weeks.
discipline. It's based off of Lecoq's movement work, so it is in motion. You have to warm up in motion, and you have to.
Wow.
And I'm not, I'm definitely not on the same level as a lot of people who were taking the class. So like, but even in the limited degree to which I could do it, it was fascinating work. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Do you have any pictures you could show? I know you have the picture of the poster.
Yeah,
I don't know how to put up pictures on the thing.
I do, but I don't know how to do it quickly.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. As long as it's, even if it's next week.
oh no, it'll be today.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just,
Cool.
although I just realized I haven't downloaded that picture yet. So that's first.
Yeah. But yeah, that's so cool because I want them to see the costume that you made because it's really incredible. Well, I also wanted when you get a chance, I wanted because I have heard of Lecoq, I've heard of Buffon, but I don't really know what it is. I don't know why people wear the costumes like that. I don't know what the philosophy of it is, what it's about. Like I would love to know that those sorts of things. I guess start with Lecoq.
Okay, so Lecoq is a French theater maker. Mid 20th century. I honestly don't. I'm pretty sure he started in like the modern theater movement. If you're familiar with
That's
that.
very interesting. I didn't know that. For some reason I was like, oh, it must be an older art form.
No. Maestro Giovanni, who taught the workshop I did, has met Lecoq. Like, because when he was at the school, Lecoq was. I don't know, again, because the years are very hazy in my mind. I don't really know when Lecoq died, how active he was, but like how old theater people are. They never really retire. So I imagine he was very involved with the school.
Oh yeah, he lived until he was born in 1921 and lived until 1999.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's weird because it's when he founded the school, when he did his work with the 7 levels of intensity and the I think 9 basic movements. Like it was 50s or 60s, so it's all black and white, so it does feel very historic, so it's weird to think about him like making it to the 90s.
And also I figured it was like oh yeah, you see pictures from the 50s, but that couldn't have been original Lecoq. That must be students generations later doing a thing that was super old. But like no, apparently his background was in sports medicine.
That the story I've heard, which is not thorough in any way, so I will get a lot wrong, is that Lecoq basically saw theater and was like, what the heck are these idiots doing? They're just standing there. It's boring. I hate it.
He's right.
So it was like, well, we have vocabularies of emotion, and we have vocabularies of all of these different vocabularies. Let's have a vocabulary for motion.
Cool.
And it's apparently like the motions were found. Like he and a bunch of students just went into the woods and started lifting things and pushing things and like, okay, what does the body do? What are the basic forces that come from the body? And they found that through just lifting stuff and moving stuff and carrying stuff. And then they broke it down and stylized it, made it more abstract.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but so is great. Maestro talked about meeting somebody. Oh, at the print shop when he got the posters printed, somebody was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it's a movement style." And he's like Mummenschanz? And Mummenschanz is a sibling to the Buffon.
Amazing.
They're actually like very.
They're sisters.
Mummenschanz is obviously not as not judging. The Buffon do not judge. They simply show what they see. It's basically it's a satire that's based on like, you know, when a toddler is doing something horrible that you can tell they saw somebody do, and so you're seeing their understanding of it.
Yeah.
It's like that. The Buffon they're not human creatures. They simply watch and they want to experience what humans experience. And so they do it. But because they're not human, because it doesn't come from, it all comes from emulation.
Not understanding.
So all of it is a critique.
That's cool. That's really fascinating.
This is the poster.
Look at how good everybody looks. So that's like a thing. Like these, what is the purpose of the different like shapes and is it just to make them not human?
Partially. And so originally the Buffon were in black. For the abstract purity of the motion and stuff, and Lecoq very quickly realized that it wasn't working, and so he changed them to that's called the white body. And because they're not human, and also because there is actually a very strong the essence of the work stems from the old satyr plays.
Oh, okay.
So the Buffon are trying to emulate the otherness of non-human, but also the traditions of other more animalistic theater, but also grotesquerie, which is a much more medieval entertainment form.
Huh.
But if you study comedy very deeply, ultimately you come into the bleed between grotesquerie but also horror.
There's a lot of crossover between comedy and horror.
Because and I think it's because they're both manipulating our raw animal urges.
Yeah. And I love the idea that like laughter is a raw animal urge. Like it is an essential human thing, the same as like fear. I love that.
Yeah, and we don't really understand it. We think we do. We have our frameworks, but just like fear, we don't really get it because it's a tool. It's a tool we use and a tool we need.
And also, like, it's hard to see the water if you're a fish. Like, we're so in it. Yeah. Yeah, like we're so in it. Oh, that's fascinating.
I'm I'm gonna show
Yes.
this again real quick.
Please. I was gonna ask you to put it back up again. Look at your cool group. I love how it's like a whole bunch of different, like, it looks like it's a real variety of ages and like people, and that's
Yes.
so cool.
It was a really amazing group of people, and I'm so glad to have worked with them. But so you start trying to find bouffant movement before you design the body, because you want the body to accentuate what you're doing.
Okay, so is the body also sort of an extension of the character? Like, I see some people have like more stuff on their head, and some people have more stuff on their body and in like different parts of their body. Like, is that an indication of like what type of character it is, or is that not even a thing?
No, basically the way we found our bodies, at least in Giovanni's version of the work, is that we basically you have to find a weird way of moving that can be very expressive, that you can sustain for a very long amount of time. So hopefully for both of those things, it's a little bit based on your own movements.
Oh, okay.
But a strange and heightened version of that you've discovered. Like, I felt I ended up like using a lot of energy coming up at the shoulders, so the shoulders became invisible, became prominent, it became important. I also had big weird kneecaps, just because and I like settled into a body that ended up like moving the kneecaps forward first and had everything kind of hovering and activated. And then like I was like, I feel like my head's bigger and I've got a horn. Like, and somebody was like a unicorn horn, and I was like, no, like a rhino. So I kind of used those little impressions and just started. I mean, I was sewing foam tea. Everyone else was smart and like used polyfill or pillows to get, and I ended up just sewing and manipulating foam into weird shapes, which was fun.
But
The guy all the way on the left there has 3 pool tubes.
Oh, that's what that is. Ha.
Yeah, he's wearing them around his waist, and then he just put this big old union suit on, and it was amazing.
But you also like, you made your costume in a tent, which is very impressive.
Well, it doesn't take much. I didn't have any equipment, so I stopped at the grocery store and I got a pack of needles and a thing of unflavored dental floss.
That's what you sewed, Cubby. That's so smart.
Here's the thing, kids. If you're ever in a pinch and you need very strong string, dental floss. I mean, you can use mint and it'll smell minty
for a little while, and then it'll smell real bad.
Oh, well?
Yeah, because because it's got that like wax on it, it like and is designed to like absorb things from your mouth. It also will absorb things from around. So the mint will only smell good for a little while, and then it won't smell good anymore.
Well, wax is what you use to strengthen thread in general.
Oh no, I guess like the mintiness of it.
Yeah. Oh no, I assumed it would wear off instead of going sour, but like that's good to know. But like the thing is, like, it's basically a spool of the least expensive, strongest string you can get.
That's so
thread.
Smart. That's so smart.
I learned that years ago in costume land.
I love that a lot of costume things use like the costumer at Historic Philadelphia had to explain to the budget people why he was buying vodka and condoms with the budget, because vodka makes really good costume freshener spray. It's way cheaper than Febreze. It doesn't have that like awful Febreze scent. And you just do like 50% vodka, 50% water, and it's like a great alcohol spray.
The big problem with sweat is the microbacteria that thrive off of it. So if you can just disinfect, you're not going to have lingering odors and you're not going to have discoloration.
And when you have costumes that literally can't be washed and really shouldn't even be dry cleaned, like the only way you're going to do that. And then the condoms were because if you have a mic pack and either you're in the rain or you're sweating, it protects them from getting wet. And you like put the mic pack in the condom, and then it's got like the nice little hole at the top that the wire can come out of. But yeah, he's like turning in the budget. They're like, why do you have a case of vodka and like 100 condoms? What's happening?
I personally, I just get the little isopropyl spray bottle that you can get in the first aid section, and I just use that because I also just overkill. But like anything costumey that I'm not gonna bother washing, I'll make sure I spray it before I put it away.
Yeah, it really helps.
It is pretty essential.
But yeah, I love like dental floss. Like you just raid the first aid area of the CVS, and you can all your costuming needs.
Yeah, well, when you get down to it, a sewing kit is pretty useful for surgery. So a surgical kit must be great for sewing.
Yeah. Have you ever? I've always wondered about, like, you know, the surgical sutures that are curved like that. That's from like leather working, right?
Yeah. I mean, those needles are very easy to find. Like even at the supermarket, there's usually leather working, upholstery, stuff like that.
Cool.
There's because there's the pack of normal needles and then there's the pack of specialty needles, and those will be diamond tips, the shape, not the mineral.
Right.
But those are, if you look at the tip of a leatherworking needle, it's got hard edges to pierce through.
Ah, okay.
And the curved and the oversized needles. I mean, honestly, those needles are probably more useful for what I was doing, but I got a regular pack because it came in a little holder thing that I thought it was cute. And I was like, you know what? Keep that in the sewing, get a couple more things. And I do have a great little travel sewing kit. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so like impressed with what you just did. Like, it just sounds amazing. And 3 weeks is so long.
It is. Honestly, a week is the longest I've done work like this before has been 2 weeks. So 3 weeks of movement work was tough, was exhausting. It was very exhausting. Actually, I have the head just over there.
You do? Oh, can we see it?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yay. Okay, good. Thanks for popping in, even just for a little while. Have a great stream.
Yeah, have a great stream.
Yay. And I'm coming to the end of my theatricum stuff. It's slowing down. I mean, it goes mid-October, but look how cool it is.
So,
I didn't even see the little ridge on the back. I love the little ridge. Or whatever.
Yeah, when I started trying to figure out how to pull the thing, because it took me a day to make like the under thing. You can see there's like a big bulge here. Like I spent a lot of work shaping it, and I was like, I don't want to redo all of that work for the top. So I ended up just pulling it tight, and it made a little mane thing, which goes with the unicorn.
I love it. It also has like a sort of like a fish feel to it.
Ooh.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the star. Oh, hold it up close so people can see the star you made.
Okay, so the star was, there's this section had a bunch of holes, and that's actually where the neck hole was here.
Oh.
So it had a lot of stitching, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna patch up those holes and I'll try to make it cool. And there were no patches on this side, and this side wanted a shape.
Ah.
So I made a 5-pointed star with one cut of my scissors, just like Betsy Ross.
That's right. Who was an upholsterer.
Because I learned that last year when I hosted a show as Betsy Ross.
So good.
With my friend Lindsay as Ben Franklin.
Incredible. I think I saw a video of that.
I hope so. That was
because that was the one that was like on the Ben Franklin Parkway.
Yeah, we were right in front of the art museum.
So cool. What a cool freaking gig.
Yeah, and like right when the right wing were coming for drag in America, I got the great opportunity to play Betsy Ross in Philadelphia. That's just
such a good Betsy Ross. And Betsy Ross was badass. She made bullets in her basement. Oh, and it's got a little button thing. I love like white on white texture, or like black on black texture, or like same color. Like the white on white with like the floss and the patches looks so good.
I mean, the goggles aren't really part of it. I just think it's fun.
Do you have those? You know how you have all those different lenses? Do you have one that's white?
Yes.
That would look awesome with that.
I'll have to find them.
That would look so good. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Texture work on monochrome texture work. Oh, love how it looks. Amazing.
I'm kind of tempted to like decorate the horn.
Ooh.
Like a spiral of bright string or
yellow, or a little
wire.
thing, or like stuff bursting out of the top.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Cubby Cap. So cool.
Ah.
And you said you had some you got to do some solo stuff too.
No, well, like in work, we did one of the days was all solo work, like solo improvisations. We could either just do a freeform improvisation as our bouffant, or work on a pre-decided theme. It was our choice. And I ended up making a weird discovery that like I'm gonna use at some point. I just don't know how, where. So I'm not being coy, I swear.
Yeah,
but this is something I want to discuss more with you, Shoshi, to like try to find the potential.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I had a question. So is in the performance, is it improv?
No, it's actually the method is very much like Commedia.
Oh, okay. So sort of like you improv until you figure out what set, and then
Yeah, you improv, you stop, you think about it, you do it over again. You talk about it, you do it over again, you talk about it, but like you don't ever write out what's going to happen. You kind of discover it together as a process.
Cool.
It's very collaborative work.
That's how Kimberly and I used to write all our stories. Like none of the stories are written down.
You know, both of you had very, very good instincts for collaborative theater.
A lot of that was Kim. She had like really good like planning for figuring out how to pretty quickly like create a thing.
I think she was more instrumental in what made red light shows work.
Oh, for sure.
Than Peter and ever realized.
Oh, Peter thought he was the most important person, and he did barely anything.
Yeah. Well, it's
like, but no, like for sure. Yeah.
He loved ideas. It's a very dangerous thing in theater to love an idea. Maestro at one point was talking about like he'll watch a piece that's really, really good, and then it just thump goes dead, hits a brick wall. And it's always that's where the good idea was.
Ooh, I love that. Ooh, that hit me hard in the gut.
It's nothing can be precious.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that. I'm gonna remember that. When I'm writing something and I hit a wall, I'm gonna remember that. That's gonna be really helpful.
Yeah, just kill your babies.
Yeah. Or don't like feed your babies. Because I think a lot of times, like, you hit a wall and it's because, like, you weren't feeding your baby.
No, that's true.
But sometimes you have to kill them.
In devising, well, because a friend of mine said a teacher of theirs told them that like every idea is a beautiful baby and you love it, but you got to raise it. Like you got to commit to it. You just can't like let it be a baby on the shelf. Either you do something with it or it dies.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet money that Arlecchino's 11 has already been done by the person we know, Jess SCA Commedia. Like, they must have done a heist by now, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. A Commedia heist would be so funny.
Yes. Sorry, I studied Commedia with Fava, and I'm like, there's parts of me I'm a strict traditionalist, and it's like you can bring a lot to Commedia, but Commedia is like it's the same show every time. Just everything's great, and then one of the old men does something stupid, and everything's terrible, and then it gets worse, and then it's happy again.
But like, that's great. Like, that's also why we love it. Like, that's why we watch sitcoms. That's why we watch, that's why we love Popeye. Because it's the same story over and over again in different ways, and we love it.
Oh, it's a comedy. Are you a Commedia troupe committing a heist? Because that's the first thing I thought of when I heard the name.
Oh, yeah. You could post it in the Discord. Amazing. You're a Commedia troupe committing a heist. That's hilarious.
Yep. Even the name Commedia dell'arte doesn't actually mean anything. A strict translation of Commedia dell'arte is just professional theater.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Arte is work.
Oh, the word.
So it's the comedy. It is the comedy of work. The work of comedy.
Wow.
It really just means comedy.
That's so cool. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Well, humans are really bad at naming things. I mean, we love it so much that we think we're good, but we're really, really bad at it. I mean, for crying out loud, modern theater?
Yeah,
That was 70 years ago, and we're
Yeah.
stuck with that name.
that's true.
Even postmodernism is a bit antiquated.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. We are bad at naming
We're so bad at naming things. What? Find me a desert that's
It's
not just
named desert.
desert.
Yeah. And then if you look, okay, well, like, what does desert mean? They're like dry place, sand place. Fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's accurate, but like, oh, Sahara, how exotic. I wonder what it means.
Desert. Like, Lake Moana. What does Moana mean? Water. Big water.
There's a hill in England which is its name is just a succession of the word hill in every language that conquered the area.
Yeah.
Every time they took the name that was already there and they added hill to it. I wish I could point in because the specifics of that are wonderful. You know what? I had a feeling somebody here would know.
Yeah, we got to go.
Hill.
There we go. Good.
Also known as hill.
Hill. The hilly hill. The hilliest of all the hills.
It's a hill so nice they named it like 5 or 6 times, and it's just hill.
Several times.
So just they good luck. Stop naming that one. And what's great is eventually, like, English will change so much that hill won't make sense, and they'll call it Dorpenau Hill. Hill.
Whatever the word for hill is. Yeah.
Humans.
Human.
I mean, you can see how much fun you can have when you just start saying, "Oh, what are the humans doing now? That's what I'll do in my act."
Yeah. And is it
that and there's the Buffon eyes.
That's an important part of Buffon?
Yeah.
Is like weird two open eyes?
Because Buffon see everything.
Oh.
Like that's how you do your mask take, because it's a body mask, but that becomes like the connection to the audience and the well, you've done like mask work and stuff. You know that like if you lose the audience, you're just acting weird on stage.
Yeah. Do you use words or is it silent?
It is not silent. You can use words, but every text is an action.
What do you go on?
You deliver the lines as a movement.
Oh,
The meaning is less important than what you are doing with the words.
interesting. And do you use sounds?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of sounds. Sounds are important. We didn't make sounds enough.
Oh, okay.
Maestro had to keep sounds are important because if you're making sounds, you're breathing, and breathing is crucial.
That's true. I think all performance is just breathing.
The difference between excitement and fear is breath.
I had someone say that to me, but I guess it's true. No, but I do notice that, like, if I'm on stage or if I'm acting in a scene and I notice that I'm not breathing, it means I'm not in the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, smoothies.
And then maybe she'll come join us. Should we do you want to do some trivia?
I'm sure. I'm not in a great place to make decisions after all that.
You've been spending 3 weeks making tons and tons of decisions. You shouldn't have to make decisions for a while. Huh.
But who is telling you that? Just some guy.
Yeah. Do they know what they're talking about?
Do they know what they're talking about? I mean, you are allowed to disagree with them. There's such a thing as guerrilla theater.
And there's gorilla theater.
Is that like bear baiting, but with a higher ape?
Yes. Would you like me to grab my trivia cards, or do you want to grab your trivia cards?
Ooh. How about you grab your trivia cards, and I'll have some if we need some more variety.
Perfect. All right,
But
I'll go grab them.
I'd love to try to answer some trivia. That would be a lot of fun for me right now.
Yeah, I love a trivia, and it's fun. We had some. Oh, I sent you a picture of the good one we had. We figured out some good facts last time.
Yes. Oh, wait. What was something we wanted to tell? We found out something good recently.
Oh, did we? Oh, shoot, we did.
Oh, it was.
Don't remember.
Me neither, but I remember where it was, which was in the chat, the text, I think.
Like,
didn't Nick send that to both of us?
Oh, like that kind of chat. It was like in a text message. You mean?
Yes, that is what I was trying very hard to say.
Okay, you might have to check for that because my phone is otherwise occupied right now. Shoshi is normal height, but Gigantra is 20 feet tall. But do not fear me. I am a giant, but I am not dangerous. I will not crush you with my giant feet. Do not run in fear. Sometimes Gigantra appears. Hey, look at you.
Bye. So my smoothie was actually a juice, which that's fine. I just wanted to get the nutrients from vegetables without actually eating them.
Like our ancestors.
Right. Is my face all red?
Only a little bit.
I got shot with lasers again.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it for what purpose?
To get the hair off my face. It's murdering my hair follicles so that I don't have a goatee anymore.
Cool. I mean, You look good with a goatee, but
Thank you. I had all the fun that I could have with it. If I really need to have a beard and mustache, I can paint one on or
That's
put on, fake hair. I'm done with having the real hair there. We're done.
fair.
I did do the one tour as the bearded lady for a freak show. So
So you
that was
got that
good
in.
enough.
You got
Yeah.
that in. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's good. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I want to
Um,
hear the rest of the story about your sister whose cat was missing for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
I know you told me, but I forgot.
No, I mean, so that's kind of it. Like she moved house and had the place where she moved to, her roommate was not a great person and left the window open. And because the cats were in a new house, they didn't know. And one of them got out and like gone. Like she couldn't find him. She asked everywhere. She put up signs. She's like, thought the worst. Literally 2 years later, she got a call from a vet because she had them chipped. And they were like, I think we have your cat. And she's like, what? And she had 2 cats. They were brothers. And the one cat didn't get lost. And that cat she still had. She's like, no, my cat's right here. And she's like, no, this cat. She's like, what? Wild. Yeah. And so got her cat back. And the cat was like, oh, you? Hey.
Yeah, that's kind of how Diego is. He just like fell back into his routine, just hanging out. I can't wait to see him and see how he reacts to me. But even more than that, I want to see how he reacts to seeing Jasper again and how Jasper reacts to him. Like, are they going to be like, holy shit, dude, I missed you?
Yeah. When is that going to happen?
November.
So
Way too long from now.
Yeah, way too long. But at least you know it's happening. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But that was
Okay.
also the cat of my sister's that kept getting fat and she couldn't figure out why, and then realized that the cat was sneaking out and going to the neighbor's house and getting fed by the neighbors and then coming back and also eating dinner in her house.
What a baby.
2 chicken and stovetops in one night?
Yeah, this cat was living the dream. I mean, true.
I have that where most people think I'm shorter than I actually am because they assume I'm slightly further away. They assume I'm closer than I am.
Well,
And
we were. Oh, go ahead.
Kitty, if you want to talk about how the electrolysis is working out for you, any tips or tricks, 10-Foot Alice is starting on Friday.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so I don't know exactly the difference between laser hair removal and electrolysis, but I think they're different things. But what I can say about the laser hair removal is different places have different lasers, and I've only been 3 times. The first laser, I think, hurt the least and worked the best, and that was an Alexandrite laser.
Oh.
And then the second one, I don't know what kind of laser it was, but I felt like I just didn't get as great a results from it. And this one that I just did hopefully works really well because that one hurt like a bitch. But what happens is it kills the hair follicles. And so the hair that's there right now is like there until it's dead. It's just dead. And my skin has to push it out. And then after that, the hair follicles don't grow new hair, or they grow hair that's thinner, and less, it grows less quickly and it grows less coarse like. And hopefully over time, eventually the follicles will die so much that they just won't grow hair again. That's the goal.
I think electrolysis is the same principle. It just uses a small electric shock rather than a laser.
Okay. I know that like
Spooky.
a long time ago, before there was laser hair removal, it was electrolysis was your only option, and it was way, way expensive. And so I don't know what it's like now. I know that when I looked it up, I wasn't thinking, and I just typed in electrolysis, and it gave me all these laser hair removal places, and I was like, oh, right, that's what I'm doing. Oh, you are welcome, 10-foot Alice. Let me know if you have any more questions.
Oh, also, while we're talking about the chat, Wikipedia has a list of tautological place names. We were talking about Sahara Desert and Torpanel
that's
Hill.
good.
So that sounds like a lot of geeky fun.
What does
And
tautological mean?
self-referential, defined as being itself. I'm tautological because I belong to the Tautological Club. And two things.
Is an orange tautological?
No, because
color.
the color is named after the fruit.
Okay. So what's an example of something that is tautological?
Like
It's
Sahara Desert. Like Sahara means desert.
Ah, okay.
or if somebody is like, well, I can't be a bad person. I'm a member of the club of good people, which proves I'm good.
Like
So
the
there-
thing is of itself.
Yeah, but it's essentially if you're trying to define something just from itself with no other like outside input, it's a tautological fallacy.
Oh.
So if I didn't know what Sahara was, you'd be like, it's a desert. I'm like, well, I still don't know what that is because Sahara means desert.
Well, it's fun because it just doesn't really have a name. It's the desert,
Yeah.
which is what we name basically every desert. Every desert. Gobi
Like
means desert. Sahara means
Gobi.
desert.
And then there's a lot of mountains.
Oh,
American Southwest means desert.
That it does.
About smart cars. Smart cars are incredibly well designed. So being 6'4" just means you fit well. Instead of like, I don't know, it's brilliant. It's different. It's different and it's better. And unfortunately, I'm actually transferred cars because I'm at a point in my life where I need a car that I can live in if worst comes to worst. So I now drive a Dodge Caravan. I'm sorry, a Dodge Grand Caravan.
I love me a
Grand.
Dodge Caravan. I had a Dodge Caravan for a long time, and it was a great car.
I did not.
And that's what got you across the country.
Yeah, to Colorado and back, and also works as a nice. It's like a little sleep pod that you can drive. It's like a space lifeboat.
Yeah.
Threading, I believe, is adding hair.
No, threading is a way of removing hair. It's often done on eyebrows, the most that I've seen.
I love it.
It's really fascinating. So these ladies take a string, and the way that they hold it, the string twists around itself, and that's what pulls the hair out.
Oh, so it's basically plucking, but very, very precise.
And
Yeah.
it's very it's a lot less it's a lot less hurting on your skin than like waxing, or because it doesn't pinch the skin at all. Like waxing, it's gonna get the hairs, but like it's gonna get your skin too. But threading only plucks the hairs.
Right.
Now waxing.
I tried waxing and it like didn't work for me. My hair is just too animalistic, and like after the lady
Much.
waxed, she had to like go in and pluck a whole bunch more, and I was like, this was pointless.
Yeah. If you're asking about how waxing works, it is literally no more advanced than taking a strip of duct tape and laying it on your skin and pulling it off real quick.
But yeah, threading is I tried it for the first time a little while ago, and I was like, ooh, this is way nicer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
And
I've not tried threading.
And I felt like it kept the hair away longer and it grew back finer. The only thing is like waxing you can do easily in like big strips, like if you want to do your legs or something like that. Like threading your legs would take like
that would take forever.
so long.
Oh, you.
But I decided a while ago that like I'm only a sometime shaver on my legs and armpits. Like if I'm getting paid to do something, then I'll shave my legs and my armpits. But other than that,
If I'm going to a pool party, I might shave my legs.
depends on who's going to be there for me.
Yeah.
God, I haven't shaved my legs in forever. Not since Liz and I's first date.
I shaved my legs for this. Yes, you did.
Well, I shaved them because it was a Rocky Horror Burlesque show that I was hosting.
Nice.
So it was. I was
and you
Dr.
were.
Scott.
Wait, you made your date go to one of your shows for your first date?
Our first
Invited.
date was it was November 1st, so we went to the sales at Spirit Halloween,
Good.
and then we saw a Rocky Horror show, and then stayed for the after burlesque show that I hosted.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty good date.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I guess it worked.
Right? That's why I thought it was like threading was when they like add some more hair in there. Like, oh, let's fill that in a little bit. Your eyebrows are kind of woo.
Yeah, I can see that. It seems like a latch poke kind of.
I wish they could take my chin hairs and put them on my eyebrow.
Well, then I've got some good news for you. Just some guy, because the Dodge Caravan is so much more than just one vehicle. With its versatility and its stow and go seating, it's every kind of vehicle.
We were gonna do some trivia.
Hey, trivia.
Oh, wait, or we could talk about bad dates.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's one.
Okay, good.
I'll start with this one because it's not that bad. It's just like, really?
Go on.
So I met this guy doing stand-up. He was also a stand-up comedian, and he asked me out on a date. And I was like, wow, people don't usually do that. Like, normally it's just like, I'm hanging out with people and, you know, get to know somebody, and then the next thing you know, you're dating. I don't know. But, so yeah, he asked me on a date, and I was like, all right. So he picks me up and immediately offers me a Xanax, which I don't know. It's not like a party drug, is it? Really?
No,
No,
that's
that's
a
like-
very specific.
I'm about to stress you out. You want to have a Xanax?
Yeah. So I said yes, just because I like doing drugs. So even though I'd never had Xanax before, I was like, wait, what does it do? And he's like, it just chills you out or whatever he said, something along those lines. I was like, sure.
Sure.
Then he took me to the restaurant where he works so he could get a discount.
Okay. I mean, a little bit. I could kind of see that being okay. Like,
You know what?
but yeah.
That you are given every one of your coworkers a chance to mess with your date or warn them away. That is a very confident move.
That's
Yeah.
true. It is. Yeah.
Didn't really think about it like that. And then we went to one of the stand-ups where we know everybody there, and everybody got to make fun of us for being on a date. And then I think I went back to his house and had boring bed stuff, like not sex, but sex things. And it wasn't very exciting. So yeah, there we go. Bad date.
Yeah, pretty mediocre.
Yeah, just right down the middle.
Yeah.
It is weird when you are dating somebody who's kind of already in a friend group. I was once out with a bunch of friends and somebody who, like, there was kind of a thing with, and we ended up making out outside, but we didn't realize we were in front of the window and everyone could see us.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was you.
I didn't know that you guys
I was
were
like,
Wait, did you guys date or did you go on a date?
We did for the month, maybe.
Hooked up.
Yeah, we tried it out. We were like, we're very good friends and we're both very hot. Like,
And
really single. We should try this out. And then we were both like, I think we're just really good friends. But it was,
yeah, you had to try.
Yeah. No
Plus,
regrets.
it was a bisexual stereotype that Shoshi had not yet achieved.
What's that?
To randomly hook up with somebody and then become best friends with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I respect all queer stereotypes.
Speaking of queer stereotypes, Brent hit me with a good one the other day. I was talking about this guy that I was sort of hooking up with at the last fair that I was at. I was talking about how much fun it was and even if he doesn't do this fair next year, he's going to come and see me. He's going to come visit, blah, blah, blah. And Brent goes, you know that joke about when lesbians, the second date for lesbians is a U-Haul? That's you. I'm like, this is great coming from my husband. Thank you.
Oh, that's adorable.
I was talking to a friend of mine and they were mentioning their relationship with their classic hetero pairing. They were female, male. And I was like, yeah, but you guys don't have a straight relationship. You guys have a lesbian relationship, I can tell. And she goes, what? That doesn't make any sense. And I said, how long after the first date did you guys move in together? And she started stammering because I didn't even know this. And they moved in together the next day. It was kind of because of a housing insecurity, but it's also because you sometimes you meet someone and oh, okay, you're straight, but you have a lesbian relationship. And I'm so happy for you because straight relationships aren't that great.
Yeah, they're not. They have all these problems. And then you hear them talk about their problems and you're like, I didn't even know that could be a problem.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm gonna pop away again because I'm actually at the laundromat, so I'm gonna go put my
in the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my laundry in the dryers now, and then I'll come back.
Okay,
and join you for trivia.
Okay, we're probably.
Are you guys? Oh, you guys aren't gonna be on much longer, are you?
No, we really just have. Do you want to stay for the one trivia card and then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait. Let me gotta do the thing. Very important.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Trivia. Oh, I thought that was going to be longer.
Oh, trivia. Here's how you play if you've never played before. I'll read the questions. We'll do the answers at the end. So we can all play. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. We will try and hold our enthusiasm back in shouting out the answers if we think we know them, because we know there's a delay. if we're all playing together, if anyone gets it right, we all win. If anyone gets it wrong, we all lose. All right, here we go. So don't be afraid to put an answer in the chat. People and places. How many bridges were built across the Panama Canal during its first 85 years? How many bridges were built across the Panama Canal during its first 85 years? Interesting question, because like, oh yeah, you didn't need bridges until they built the canal.
And it's also like, it's got to be more than one. Otherwise, why would they ask the question?
Unless that's why they're asking the question.
I feel like they tried harder than that, didn't they?
And it's pretty big, the Panama Canal, right? And you got to get things across it. I'm going to guess 10.
I'm going to guess 1.
I'll say 3.
It's probably like 100 or something like that. All right. Let's see. Arts and entertainment. Oh.
I got to say, I'm pretty curious about that.
Yeah, we'll take more details if you feel like giving them.
Perhaps on the Discord?
Arts and entertainment. What poet mentioned summer 5 times as often as other seasons, leading modern shrinks to claim she had seasonal affective disorder?
Plath.
I know who comes to mind first, but
yeah, I think I have a guess. Also, trivia cards, it says she, and I feel like trivia cards only know like one female poet. So
yeah, there's only Emily Dickinson, Dickinson. Wait, what is her fucking name?
Yeah,
Emily Dickinson.
But Plath might be.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I was just because she's got like every other kind of depression, right?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, did she have depression, or was it just the patriarchy?
Well, it's like us. Do we have depression, or is it just late stage capitalism?
That's right. Great question.
I feel like it's both.
500. 500.
That's many.
Well, there's 2 ways to go to that Panama question, which is either very few or very many.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got both covered.
But that's a good guess too. But I'm going to say it's probably either Dickinson or Plath.
I mean, it's probably Dickinson.
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying to remember her writing about summer. I mean, we know she was depressed as hell.
I think she did write about summer a fair amount. I don't know. I don't really know poets. That's like
I can't remember. I used to know.
History. How many of the first 43 U.S. presidents had earned PhDs?
I'm sure that's a very low number.
I don't think many. Like a PhD is like, that's a lot of commitment.
I'm going to say 2.
2 seems good because there's, yeah.
Unless it's 0.
It might be 0. Like,
well,
PhD is like a big commitment. That's like,
who was president of Harvard, or was it Princeton? Might have been Coolidge. One of them was a Ivy League university president before.
Okay.
So they're likely, and Garfield was highly educated, but like mostly autodidactic.
So maybe two. Maybe two is a good.
Maybe one. Maybe it's just. Oh, Kitty said 2. I'm gonna say 1.
There you go.
I'm gonna say 0. I know
Good.
that's wrong, but I'm still gonna say it.
Maybe.
It's a good guess.
Ooh, this is a good one. Science and nature. What herb, known to botanists as Petroselenium crispum, is often called nature's mouthwash?
I would think mint, but
Yeah.
or licorice.
Maybe.
I feel like I've heard of people brushing their teeth with licorice root.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Am I answering too fast?
Petroselenium crispum. That doesn't sound like mint to me, but maybe it is. Nature's mouthwash. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's our best guess.
I'm gonna say licorice just because for some reason I feel like I've heard of people brushing their teeth with licorice root. Pine needles, yum.
Not a bad guess. What herb? Cilantro?
Oh, licorice isn't a herb, it's a root.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. This is the correct answer.
Oh, all right, I'll take that one.
Well, anise is very licorice
Maybe
flavor.
anise. Or like juniper berries? Maybe?
Oh.
Juniper? I don't know. It probably is going to be mint, though.
Yeah.
Sports and leisure. What was born in the Low Countries and not the Scottish Highlands, according to sports historian Heiner Gillmeister?
I mean, there's really only one Scottish sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also caber toss, but like, I wonder if they mean caber toss because that's always in the Highland games.
Oh. Yes.
It's probably the one. It's probably
the other one that we're all thinking.
Yeah.
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 But we're not saying too quick because
we want the chat to. Yeah.
Did they get it?
I'm gonna guess golf.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
But
golf was the first one that came to mind, but caber toss isn't a bad idea unless that one really is just a Highland game.
Yeah,
Let's golf.
A Highland game, yeah.
Totally golf.
All right. Last question, wild card.
Wild card.
Wild card, cut the brakes. What novelist quipped, "If my books stop selling, I can always fall back on brain surgery"?
I didn't catch any of that because I lost the signals cutting out.
What novelist quipped, "If my books stop selling, I can always fall back on brain surgery"? Now, is this a brain surgeon turned novelist, or is this someone who is like a comedic author and is like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if I did brain surgery?
David.
Or is it someone who it would be very unlikely they would, like Stephen Hawking, where like they wouldn't be capable of the brain surgery? But I'm gonna guess it's the first one, and so I'm gonna say Robin Cook.
Who's that?
He was a pop novelist in the 80s, mostly medical thing. I think he was a doctor beforehand.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the medical John Grisham. before
Oh.
there was a John Grisham.
Right. Okay. Oh, we may have lost Kitty, but
I think we lost Kitty.
okay. Hopefully she'll come back soon. All right. Answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see. People and places. How many bridges were built across the Panama Canal during the first 85 years? How many bridges? One. One bridge.
That's what I said.
One. Just one. Ooh, two great guesses for the brain.
That is,
Two
yes.
excellent guesses. Like I could see, yes, two.
That is
you've
very much
covered-
both of their vein of humor.
Yeah, you have covered the expanse. What poet mentioned summer 5 times as often as other seasons, leading modern shrinks to claim she had seasonal defective disorder? It is Emily Dickinson. How many of the first 43 U.S. presidents had earned PhDs? 1. It is 1, and they don't say who, but I think you're right. Whoever was the president of Princeton.
I think it was Coolidge.
Yeah.
Silent Cal. Racist piece of poop as a person.
PhD didn't help him on that part. Oh, Woodrow Wilson?
It was Woodrow Wilson. That's right. It wasn't. I'm real bad at my early 20th century orders.
Yeah. I refuse to memorize men's names.
Oh my, that's so good. Remember that for Volpe.
Yeah, that's definitely something Volpe would say. Okay, what herb known to botanists as Petroselinum crispum is often called nature's mouthwash? It is parsley.
A little bit of parsley after a meal.
Parsley.
Because that used to be much more of a thing where you would eat sprigs of parsley.
Because it was like yes. All
'Cause
right.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. What was born in the Low Countries and not the Scottish Highlands, according to sports historian Heiner Gillmeister? Golf. It is golf. It is golf.
We did.
Last question. What novelist quipped, "If my book stops selling, I can always fall back on brain surgery"? Robin Cook. Well done, Covey. Good name to pull out.
I have a particular, not to self-congratulate, but I'm pretty good at having a general vague idea of pop culture.
Yeah. I think like your brain is full of a lot of useless information.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not all useless. Some of it is just using me to find its home.
And I say useless in an ironic way. Because to me, it's very useful.
I mean, is anything actually useful? Like,
and also, is anything useless?
All human endeavor is nothing but ashes and hubris. So
sound and fury, signifying nothing.
It is a tale told by an idiot.
It's a
and yet to me,
long
what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. I know I went from Macbeth to Hamlet there. I was just crossing my Shakespeare wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that in restaurants, and they don't do that anymore. When did we stop doing that?
Probably when they realized it cost money.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, well, we can eliminate a potential revenue loss stream."
From parsley.
Parsley doesn't cost that much, guys. Just freaking, just give us
parsley.
Give us
a
some
little
parsley
at the end
Give
of
us
the
some, give it to me.
I like munching on some parsley sometimes.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, my grandparents had it in their garden, and my brothers and I would just like snack on parsley because you can just pick it, eat it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's the fresh parsley is so much more peppery and like peppy. Oh, yummy!
Very vibrant.
Yeah, yum yum yum. I think that we might be at time now.
Don't. There aren't enough olives in salad to begin with. Okay. I'm tired of being shortchanged olives. I want to be
more maximum
long-changed olives.
Yeah, maximum olives.
Yeah, more olives.
Yeah, just a whole salad, nothing but olives.
I know, but it's like, sorry, that is the classic, like, we'll just take one olive, leave one olive away, which is just like the purest distillation of capitalism is, what can we not give you? What can we take away from what you love so that we make more money? And it's a very frustrating philosophy, especially now that it's being exercised to such a wild degree.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we'll say goodbye.
Wait, real quick, we have to badger Victorian London Fog about something before we go. Do it!
Badger.
Do it.
Badger.
Do it.
Badger.
Do it.
Badger.
Badger. Mushroom. Then there's a snake. Ooh, a snake.
Or do whatever you want. It's your life.
I knew you'd have my back, Alice.
Yeah. All right, everyone. That was the time. What a wonderful crafting show. We saw some lovely people. We got to talk about your clowning. We heard about bad dates. We played some trivia.
We successfully badgered an audience member.
That except when we do it, you're good Jared.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even get to. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Come on. Or whatever. Do whatever you want.
That was for us. No need to feel more badgered than you already are.
Yeah.
Victoria London Fog.
All right, my friends, this was lovely. We will see you all next week. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us.
Crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi.
Oh.